Hi everyone, I'm back again. My name is Mfundo Nkosi, and today I want to talk about human trafficking. This is one of the critical matters that should concern all of us as long as we are human. For it affects our societies, it affects families, businesses, and all other facets of the society. I'm talking about a trade in human, one of the most immoral and dehumanizing crime that ever existed on earth. People here are forced to participate or sometimes they use coercion for them to sign the consent forms so as to appear as if they agree to participate as prostitutes and forced labor, like it is used in other industries across the globe, like in manufacturing, construction, and farming. It is number 3 largest criminal activity across the world. And according to International Labour Organization report of 2014, as cited in Human Rights First of 2017, the profits that are extracted from human trafficking are roughly around 150 billion US dollars. That is 2.5 trillion South African rands. That is extracted from commercial sex exploitation and forced labor, as mentioned, including these other industries. Now, looking at these profits, it indicates that there is a large number of people who are suffering, who are in shame, sadness, and in pain. And others have even lost hope that they will ever escape this crime against mankind. And the worst thing is that there are those who have been exploited to a point of death, such that they will never ever return to their families, such a pain to the families of those who have lost their loved ones through human trafficking. This is a very serious matter. Now, another thing is that there are men and women who, as I speak right now, who are celebrating profits that have been extracted from this gruesome crime against humanity. And then another studies reveal that some of the people are trafficked for harvesting of human organs. And on this one, I've noted that on this one, normally people focus on witchcraft, which is hidden in traditional healing. However, there are medical doctors who are involved in harvesting of critical body parts, such as the heart, for the millionaires and billionaires who are corrupt. And looking into this, it actually requires all of us to act together in possible ways that we can in combating this crime against mankind, which is human trafficking. Now, the thing is that this crime is a well-organized crime with syndicates, which can involve powerful men in authority, and that can be presidents, ministers, and then it also involves some who are in the law enforcement agencies, and then the local gangs, the brutal gangs, and many other people are involved in this crime. And then the ordinary citizens are involved as spotters, as recruiters, and all other activities that are involved within the human trafficking business. Now, the thing is that I have noted this, and when I was looking into the farming issue, and it has been spread across the world that in South Africa there is an organized crime against farming. When I saw the element of forced labor through human trafficking and these people being used in farms, I thought that perhaps the farmers in South Africa should look into the agencies they use when they to get people to work in their farms, especially the cheap labor. Because if human trafficking is involved, or these agencies are involved in human trafficking, then the organized crime or killing against the farmers is bound to happen. This also needs to be investigated to be ruled out on this, because when people participate in human trafficking, we have seen it in prostitution, when the clients double cross on matters of prostitution, that they get killed, or someone who stands in the way of prostitution when it involves when it involves traffickers, people get killed. Now, the thing is that I've noted that there are two things that actually lead us into this crime. One is greed for money. Number two, and is greed for sex. Greed for money encourages people to participate in all forms of unethical and immoral dealings, or illegal dealings, such as human trafficking and drugs trafficking. And then greed for sex encourages people to participate in trade for sex, in harassment, rape, and all other forms of sexual abuse that is involved with the greed for sex. I am appealing to my fellow man, young and old, that we actually participate together in modifying our sexual appetite, so that we do not engage on businesses or entertainment that involves human trafficking, of which we know that the commercial sex thrive on sexual exploitation. Because some of the women that you buy as prostitutes are there through the forced or mechanisms of human trafficking. And the men and women that are used in pornography, some of them are there, they are forced. So as I used to say, that for every business, whether illegal or legal, it thrives on demand. As long as there is a demand, it's going to supply. So if we can try to dismantle the supply chain of human traffickers by really dealing with our appetites for sex, urge each other to refrain from these things, because people who are used there, many of them are not there by their own will, they are being trafficked. And then others are exposed by poverty, that they end up participating in those. Some are recruited on the basis that they're going to get legal jobs, only to find themselves in deep shame, pain, and sadness. And I also urge a woman, young and old, to also look into their greed for money, that they don't sell their friends and children to human traffickers for their own benefit, because we are all guilty as charged as a society when it comes to this crime against humankind. Because sometimes it's not that we are participating directly, our silence as well against these things says a lot. Now, I'm also urging the academics to assist us by doing researches to find the patterns of human trafficking, so that we can help the law enforcement agencies to deal with these things. This crime is a very difficult one as well, because even among the police officers, there are those who work with the syndicates for human trafficking. However, we should not be silent about this crime, because it affects all of us as a society. I'm not an expert in this subject matter, but I'm one of the people who desire to contribute in building a better society, and that is why I'm also thinking that it's very important to cover the subject of ethics and morals in our society, so that we do not engage on things that are harmful to other people and their dignity, things that will strip off their dignity and destroy them and kill them while they are still alive. And I once said that if we will wait for experts to cover this topic, we will never win, because experts want to engage in fancy and esteemed podiums to deliver their talks and speeches while the world is dying. It is upon us all to work together to fight against human trafficking by doing all the best that we could do in order to dismantle the supply chain of human trafficking, and also to voice out and make awareness for people to be aware of situations that might put them into the danger of human trafficking.